Don't water a grease fire. Don't mess with a garage spring. What are some more potentially life-saving tips? I saw a post about this a while ago and was wondering if anyone had more of these. One I know is that if a tornado looks still, it's moving towards you. This is something that we're told a lot in Indonesia. If your tire suddenly goes flat in a place with no one around, keep driving. Screw your rims until you found some place that you know is safe. Most likely you got booby-trapped and there are people waiting to jump at you when you pull over. Might be useful if any of you decide to drive in a third world country. Drowning is often quiet and not splashy. Don't assume someone is okay just because they're not yelling for help or waving their arms. Don't fuck with electricity that hums. I'm a control electrician. Word of advice. Just don't fuck with electricity if you aren't a trained professional. The shit does not forgive and, trust me, the shit bites hard. 120 volts is a motherfucker and potentially deadly. 277 is almost guaranteed deadly, and if you get got and survive you will regret it. For a long while. A green light for you does not mean that a magic impenetrable wall has suddenly appeared for the cross traffic. A falling knife has no handle. If you drop a knife, do everything in your power to get your legs, feet out of the way. Never take the polygraph, always get a lawyer. Polygraphs aren't admissible in court because they're so unreliable. Getting a lawyer doesn't make you guilty, it makes you smart. Rip tides are dangerous even when they don't look like they are. If you get caught in one, swim alongside the shore to get back, not straight ahead. When visiting Alaska or Canada, never ever approach a moose. They are not big cows and will fuck you up. If you're walking down the stairs, hold on to the railing. I don't care how safe you're being, if it's unloaded, or if the safety is on, never fucking point a gun at another person as a joke. You can't, it's just a prank, bro. Out of murder. Edit. Holy shit. I can finally say it, rip my inbox lol. And thank you for the award. And for the comments saying it's not technically murder, I know. But you get the gist of the comment. Hot glass and cold glass look the same. Edit 1. This, absolutely, applies to many materials, glass, metals, etc., as people replying to this have noted. This is just a particular lesson an old chemistry teacher repeatedly and emphatically brought up, so it's what came to mind when I saw this topic. No disrespect intended to non-glass hot things. Smiley face. Edit 2. Wow, this is easily the largest amount of upvotes I've ever had on something. Thanks everyone. I have no good advice as to other tips, but I can see plenty of great replies. I just want to piggyback on the garage spring theme for a moment, and stress its importance. About a decade ago, a year or two after my wife and I bought our home, I'm sitting in our living room and I hear what sounds like a rifle going off. Boom! I went outside, didn't see anything out of the ordinary. Walked my property twice, and it's not much to walk, but I inspected virtually every inch. I walked to the basement, and I walked to the attic, inspecting everything in between. Lifeless. Everything was normal. I walked into the garage a day later and saw a huge hole in the sheetrock, and found the spring on the ground. If I had been in there I could have been killed. I will never, ever fuck with those garage door springs. If you're near the ocean and see the water suddenly recede, run. Run uphill. I thought that was implied, but I probably should have specified. You know, some idiot would run toward the ocean. That reminded me of a dream where a tsunami was coming to the beach, but everyone started running toward the ocean with their hands up and chanting Aquaman. Repeatedly. Never, ever remove a knife, or other stuck-in thing, that is stuck in a person, and if they have a, small, sucking chest wound, something like a credit or store card is the best for sealing it. Okay, English isn't my first language, but I'll try. Someone is stabbed in the chest. The wound has penetrated the lung. You put the credit card over the hole. This stops air entering the pleural cavity, and stops the lung collapsing. If you can, tape a piece of plastic on 3 sides with the bottom unsealed. That way the plastic covers the hole to prevent air entering so much, but still allows fluids out of the wound. I've never done it, but that's what I learned in the military. You do not have to wait 24 hours to file a missing persons report. That's a Hollywood trope and a dangerous misconception. If you think someone is missing, contact the authorities and do not hesitate. The first 48 hours are the most crucial. Do not mix household cleaning products, especially in a small or enclosed room. Don't fuck with trains. They are moving much faster than they appear. Learnt that one, very nearly, the hard way. Don't pick up a tiny octopus with blue spots just because it's cute. I'm looking at you, TikTok. Clean the lint trap of your dryer. I've had a lot of roommates throughout my 20s, and 2 of them in 2 different households didn't know to clean the lint tray somehow and nearly caused a fire. Don't mess around on the train tracks. If your vehicle gets stuck, get out immediately and dial the number on the blue sign. It'll connect you to dispatch and they'll be able to give the engineer a heads up, and send out first responders if the train is too close to be stopped beforehand. Edit. Thanks for the award, kind Redditor. A wet oven MIT will be a scalding oven MIT. Do not keep a bunch of dirty, oily rags stored together, they can spontaneously combust. Wear earplugs when doing anything loud. Mowing, power tools, gunplay, vacuuming, pressure washing, riding a motorcycle, attending concerts. Try to avoid earphones. If you must, turn the volume as low as you can while still enjoying the content. Your hearing needs to last 90 years. You will get tinnitus if you don't protect your hearing. It will take time, lulling you into a false sense of security. Always turn electricity off at the breaker before working on wiring. That choice you know is bad for you but do anyway is likely screwing you up more than you know. Wear a damn seatbelt. Too many people die needlessly because they didn't buckle up. No matter how careful you think you will be. Use a cutting glove with a mandolin. Don't suck on a bite wound to remove the venom of whatever venomous animal that bit you. It doesn't work and will only make things worse. If you see a split tree and think how is that still standing, don't go anywhere near it, and definitely don't try to knock it down. Falling trees can split and kick at angles you'd never imagine and there's an insanely high chance you'll get hurt. Any repair job that involves take off the cover of the electrical panel is not for you. Check your smoke detector and Colorado detector when you change the clocks in spring and fall, or twice a year if the U.S. stops changing clocks.